Okay, I'm working on the loadout. One thing I noticed is I'm probably not going to be able to fit everything into the four Plano totes or footlockers that I got. I can fit a lot of it in, probably not all of it. But the good news is I could actually fit two more of them in the back of my truck. So once I get all fully loaded, I'll figure that out. But I might, one option would be I can get two more of them and then maybe I can fit everything in. Now the cooler and down the road, the camp refrigerator, which will be approximately the same size. I'll want to get a 12 volt camp refrigerator eventually once I up my solar a little bit. That's going to go in the back seat. It'll take up half of the back seat, and then the dog will have the other half of the back seat. And of course, the guitar will go on the front seat. I need to get a more heavy duty case for my acoustic guitar. The cardboard one, the typical black cardboard one that comes with an acoustic is just not going to be rugged enough. So called my guy at Sweetwater, and I'm going to order a new acoustic guitar case, a real hard shell one. That's not going to be here in time for this weekend's field training exercise, but that's one thing I've identified that I need. And then, we'll see whether I decide to go with two more totes or not. Still loading out the equipment, deciding what, I probably don't need to take everything I'm taking, for a little field training exercise, but I do want to try to take everything I think I would be using when I go out for real. But, for this weekend, we're just going down to the pecan orchard. So, really looking forward to setting everything up. I'm going to continue to get everything else packed, and then I've got other things I have to pack in the house, but getting there. Okay, what we have here is what is known as an epic fail. So first of all, this is my queen size memory foam mattress. It comes compacted, so it takes 24 hours to re-inflate, or whatever you call it, to thicken up. So I'm just going to leave that out until tomorrow. Then it's got a case. It rolls up and packs into a case, which I have no room for. So here's what the deal is. So my camp kitchen fits in the first tote pretty much no problem. And I've got room for my camp chair as well. Will go in there. I'm saving all the manuals from the new gear so that I've got those as I come across them. So I've got my 2-burner stove. I've got my more robust mess kit and all my grilling accessories. And I also have my truck tent in this one. Originally, I intended to have like one of these that was going to be the tents. I still might be able to do it if I rejigger stuff around, but for now I just put the truck tent in my kitchen box. Original tent was having, a kitchen box, a tent box, a bathroom box, and the fourth one, for whatever was left over. But this is not going to work. So the kitchen's fine. Got that. The tents are pretty much fine. I've got my canopy. I've got my Sir Edmund Hillary approved tent. I don't even know how old this thing is. I mean, it is really old. Really, really old. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of shape it's in. I mean, it's durable as all get out. I mean, you don't find stuff that's, really this robust anymore. So, and it has a floor too. So what my intent was, so I've got, the truck tent, and it's got a little canopy. Then I've got an actual canopy. I'm not sure how big it is, something by something, but good sized canopy. and that was going to be for the kitchen. I would just kind of put that right towards the end of the truck. And then the Sears tent I was going to use as kind of a big room. So if the weather is inclement, I could hang out in there. I actually could heat it too using my propane fire ring. I think I could heat that tent, or if not, I can just use a Mr. Heat. But so I could have like a heated kind of living room for inclement weather. Also, be able to store stuff in there to keep it out of the rain. So that was just going to be kind of a storage tent, and it may be something that I don't need to bring with me, but I'm going to try it out this weekend. Here's the big disappointment. I wanted to have one of these. I was hoping that my camp toilet would fit in one tote, and unfortunately it doesn't. The two pieces do not fit in here. So what I ended up having to do was put one piece in here. It probably won't be that piece eventually. I'm probably going to switch them around for obvious reasons. And then I've got my heated camp shower and shower tent and bathroom tent. So, okay, so I'm gonna have to now I can, I think, the option of getting two more of these, since I can fit 6 in the back of my truck very easily, getting 2 more might help. But the storage didn't go as far as I thought. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, Mike, if you used a little bit of math and measured the size of these foot lockers and then the size of your gear, you could have figured this out ahead of time. Well, math, my friends, is not the way I operate. I failed every math class I ever took. For some reason, I'm a whiz with Microsoft Excel. Don't ask me why. But math is not the way that I figure things out. I figure things out by failure. So when I fail at something, I have to figure out a way for it to work. So I don't figure things out by math and science. I figure them out by trial, error, and lots of failure. So now, this, by the way, this is the that's the actual shower tent. It's got all the poles are like in a circle. And I can compact this enough that I think I can fit it in there. I haven't completely attempted that yet, but that's the plan. So obviously, I do not have the storage space that I thought I did. And then here is the other thing. So now I wasn't planning on putting my, I'm just going to bring 2 water jugs for this weekend, but when I go out for real, I can get more than that. If I need them, I've got plenty. Those I wasn't planning on fitting in the boxes. I was just planning on, just sticking them right in the bed. I was kind of hoping, this is my camp kitchen, table, that my grill would go on and the water would go on. It's got a sink with a drain and blah, 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 blah. I was hoping that would fit in the tote, and it doesn't. So that's not going to fit. And then I suspected that my gas grill would not fit in the tote. And those are the lava rocks for the gas grill. Or it's not a gas grill, it's actually a gas fire ring, they call it. But it does have a grill on it, so you can set your pots or pans or whatever, and you can actually cook on this. Eventually, I'll get one of those tripod things so I can hang a Dutch oven over it, which will be really, really cool. But for now, I'm just going to test out the fire ring, but that's not going to fit in a tote either. So so far, I've got but the water jugs, which I wasn't planning on putting in the totes, the fire ring and the camp kitchen table sink thingy aren't going to fit in, so I'll have to figure something out. And I'm pretty full up, and I don't have my sleeping bag in here yet. I have some other camp things. I've got a little hiking solar, cell phone battery charger. That's the only solar I have right now until I pick up a Goal Zero is what I'm looking at getting eventually, you know, with bigger panels. But these totes filled up a lot faster than I thought they would. And granted, I'm probably bringing some things that I don't need to bring, you know, which of course I'm going to weed out in the FTX. And, you know, I mean, if I don't need to bring that big Sears tent, it does take a lot of room. But if it's cool and I like it and it's something that I'm going to want to, you know, use, then, you know, it is what it is. You know, I can only fit a certain amount of stuff in these totes. So 2 more totes would definitely do it in terms of, you know, the sleeping bag and the other camping gear, you know, rain gear, you know, just the other, you know, bits and bobs, as they say in Australia. So I'm really leaning towards I'm going to get 2 more of these totes. Yeah, I'm a little, you know, a little disappointed that I couldn't fit that toilet in. I really thought that would be a cool solution. I was just going to have 1 tote just for the toilet and have the 2 pieces in there. But for now, I'm going to put the black tank part in one, and then the actually the top part, which, you know, generally is going to be fairly clean, or, you know, I can clean it easily before I pack it away. That can go in my shower tent. I just want to make sure the black tank tent, I keep it, you know, kind of in a separate storage place. So I'm going to probably do that, and then we will, you know, we'll load out and give it a shot. I apologize that I suck at videos. I don't intend to get any better at making videos. So let me just warn you ahead of time that you are getting just raw, unscripted, unedited videos of the stupid shit that I do. And hopefully it's either helpful or amusing. You know, I think maybe people who are thinking about camping, maybe this will be helpful. And people who are good at camping, they're going to be rolling their eyes and saying this guy is a real moron and he'll never survive a night in the wild. Could be true. I mean, I have survived nights in the wild before, but it's been a few years. So anyway, that's where I am right now on the loadout, and I'm going to go in and get some water and be back out here and finish up. Okay, as part of my stupid FTX for me and the dog, I'm getting loaded up here, but we're going to do a quick reconnaissance. Reconnaissance is very important. Now, I am familiar with this terrain, but I've never really looked at it from the standpoint of camping and how much room I might need, which I don't know because I've never set up these tents before. So I don't know how much room I'm going to need, so I'm just going to take a quick look. I actually have a couple of options. This first paddock right here would be the easiest for a couple of reasons, mainly related to the dogs. I've got my big burn pit right there, so probably not that side. I think, you know, I think I got plenty of room. I could do it here in the paddock if I. So that's one option. The other option is actually out in the orchard. So this whole acre down here on the other side of the fence, which I need to clear off of all this poison ivy and other nasty crap. But this orchard, obviously, I got all the room in the world. This would be perfect. Problem with this is I've got a hole in the fence, and I've got one dog that knows about the hole in the fence, and I haven't fixed it yet. So I can't just let, even though this whole orchard's fenced in, that's going to be a problem. And I don't have my dog fence yet. I've ordered a dog fence that I'm going to be able to put around my truck and the entire camp when I actually go out for real. And that way, you know, I won't have to tie up the dog. He'll be able to run around in the, you know, the tent in the camp area. Quite expensive. And if I was a real YouTuber, I'd put a link in the description so you could see what it is. But I'm not doing any of that. I'll tell you the brand once I put it together. It hasn't arrived yet. So for tomorrow, I was thinking, you know, the paddock actually would be a good place to do it, because I can let the dogs out into the paddock and they can run around and they can't get out of here. You know, I like the orchard just because I love this orchard, pecan orchard. pecan trees. But maybe I'll do that next time. I think maybe let's keep it simple for tomorrow. This looks like a really good spot right here. So I'll just pull the truck down here, and this is where we're going to set up camp tomorrow. So, okay, our reconnaissance has been accomplished. I'm going to continue my epic failure of a loadout that I'm working on right now. And I apologize that these are all like these little video clips and I'm uploading them individually. It's because I honestly don't have the knowledge, inclination, desire, or energy to go up to my computer and try to string all these video clips together. As I said before, I don't recommend you subscribe to my channel. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm mainly doing this so my son can see what I'm doing this weekend, I guess. And my dog and I are going to have fun. But yeah, you don't have to subscribe. You know, I appreciate it if you do. Appreciate any comments. Keep it civil. But we'll continue the loadout. And I am really, really excited about my first camping trip in a very, very long time.